Alright, we're going to fix this panel here. This here goes on the back, no, the front. Yeah, it goes on the front of that box. And it's an original Harley part here. So this is probably from the 40s, 50s, something like that. But anyway, it's pretty mangled. I explained this in the last video, but some people probably didn't see that. So I'll repeat it again. And if you've seen the last part of it, then you can just zip right through this. But anyway, this piece is mangled pretty bad, and I was going to cover the whole thing, just one big piece of sheet metal, and just weld it to the top of this, and you know, call it good. But then after looking at it, it's bad, but it's not so bad that we can't repair it a little easier. This back piece is pretty straight, but here, this here is held on, and there were some brackets right here. And you see these little studs sticking up? Well, they welded them, and you see how bad it is back here. But anyway, they welded them screws in place there. You can see it right here. And they used a lot of weld, man. There's weld going all down here and everything, you know. It's a mess. And this whole thing here is warped. You know, they welded it with no concern for the heat and stuff. Same with over here. This here is a mess. So what I decided to do is just cut this out, cut this area out, and weld the replacement patches in there. Because like this here is pretty smooth, and this is smooth here too. So if we cut that out, and I'm still gonna have to do some dolly work here, hammering and dolly, because it's still bent, especially the edge. The edge here is a mess, and over here. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're going to lay this out, cut out patches, and weld in a couple pieces. So let me throw you up on a tripod, and we'll lay it out. All right. It might be a little noisy in here. It's 97 degrees out. That's why I'm working on this. And I got 2 fans going and an air conditioner, so it's going to be a little noisy. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this, but this is a pretty flat spot up here. Like I say, I'm just cutting out the bad spots. I am going to have to dolly it. So. I want to leave as much original Harley as we can, right? Alright, that looks pretty good. I don't know how much you guys can see, but here's what it is. Some guys would probably grind this down, heat it up, and straighten out that way, but not me. All right. The dent was so deep that I couldn't even reach it with my pen. All right. You probably can't see that, huh? Because you got so much reflection. Alright, we say we cut this out, and we'll go from there. Alright. Normally I would cut this outside with a cut-off wheel. But inside here, I don't like using it because it throws grime and dust all over the place, and that gets right into the paint on the cars and stuff and the motorcycles. But I am going to use this little one here just to start, get a hole started, and then we'll cut it with a saw. I thought this was usually most cars, the older cars and everything, are 18 gauge, but this surprised me. This is only 20 gauge. You know, I do have a piece of 16 gauge on the floor there. I think I'm going to use that only because I don't feel like digging out some 18 gauge. So, all right, put your headphones on, and let's see what we can do with this. A little noisier, but it's working. Let's try this again. I don't want to cut off my table there. I'll do this other one. I won't waste your time with that. So I'll see you when we finish that up. Alright. I cut both of them out, and I welded this little rip that we had in the metal. So that's all good. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to try and straighten out this little lip down here. And that'll make it easier when we bring it over to the vise. You just do that with these. I don't know how well you guys can see, but even if I bring it past where it should be, it's going to help, because I'm going to hit it back in this way when we're on the vise over there. That big plate over there on the vise. Some ways we'll just have to get a little dolly, hammer and dolly it. You know what? There's two little pushes in here. I don't know how well you can see it, but I think they're factory. And that almost looks like they're put there deliberately, but we're going to take them out. That's probably to strengthen it up or something, or maybe it's when they bent this stuff in. I don't know. We're going to fix it all up though. Alright, looks like I got it pretty straight. Alright, we'll see you over at the vise. Alright, I ground all around the area. This is the bottom. And I ground that because when you weld on the front here, you're going to be burning that paint. And we know that paint's going to have lead in it and all kinds of toxic stuff. So clean that up a little bit. And around the front here, so should be able to weld it. Alright, like I said, let's go over to the vise there. I have my railroad track set up over there, piece of railroad track, and we'll use that. Alright, we're over at the vise now, and it's a pretty big vise. I think it's 6 inches, but it's pretty heavy. And this here is actually a piece of a railroad track. Right now it just looks like a flat plate, but you know, that's pretty solid, so we could actually put our piece in here and see how off it is, and then straighten it up. This is the, I'm gonna say it's the worst side, but yeah, they're both pretty bad. So stick it on this way, and you can see that one. This one's actually pretty flat. You know, it's just up a little on that side, but this one here, this one is pretty wonky. So we'll have to bring all that stuff down before we do anything. But all in all, after we cut them pieces out, not bad. Yeah, when I say this is a piece of railroad track, let me take you off the tripod here and show you. If you ever have the opportunity to get a piece of this, it's got 1,000 uses. Now here's a side view. You see it's an upside down piece of railroad track. My buddy Mike gave that to me. I was at his house one day. He says, yeah, he goes, you got any use for a piece of railroad track? And I was like, what, are you kidding me? And he had 2 pieces, a big one, but I took the smaller one because it's easier to work with. That one right there probably weighs about 60 pounds. But anyway, if you ever have a chance to get a piece of that, there's 1,000 uses for it. All right, hold on, whoa. Sorry about that. Don't mind the mess in the back, because sometimes when I get finished doing body work, I just take everything and just throw it in a pile and then straighten it out later. I just haven't had a chance to straighten it, so. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. Let me get my hammer. Let me get my hammer and everything. I'll be right back. Alright, let's work on this little opening first, since it's pretty close to where it should be. The only bad spot I see, you got one lump right here, and then right here we'll try and bend that down. Actually, You do whatever you can use, and that you can bend that with your hand right now. Okay, that's better. Let's do it with the magic hammer. Oh, here it is, right here. So we call that on dolly where you hear it, and that's if you hit that hard enough, you're going to keep stretching the metal. So what you do is you go off dolly, and it actually has to come down. It's almost perfect. All right, let's say that's perfect. Now you got to deal with this. Sometimes you use anything you can. Rule 101. Use whatever you have to. Okay. That's pretty straight. Like I said, we are going to put a thin coat of fiberglass on this. I don't take any imperfections out, but that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm going to call that good. Yeah, that's all right. Right, that's pretty good. That's as close as you're going to get. Believe you me. There we go. I gotta stop that. I'll be here all day. All right, now. This one's a little wacky, so try and bend it. There we go. Pretty good, okay. Okay. So it still looks a little cattywampus to me. Okay. Looks like that has to come down a little bit. Let me get the magic hammer here. All right. It's just about there. All right. Now this here looks a little messed up. Pliers here. Pull this out of the way. There we go. It's better. All right.
pretty good. I might stick around with a little bit more. As my buddy Howard would say, it's pretty darn good. Just seen something. This little hole here. Alright. Now I'm going to take the railroad track out and just put a regular small dolly in there so we can go around and straighten out this rim here. Wow. That's pretty good. I was just looking at this, and you can get most of this flat except for these little baby things with this big thing already on here. Okay, so there you go. That edge is pretty much perfect. That's pretty perfect. I see a dent right here. That's holding things up. This corner right here is up. Okay. Everybody's saying, oh, we use a ball peen. Use whatever you have to. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I'll see what I can do about getting some of these dents out of here. I have to change my railroad track there. All right, I just put a regular hand dolly in there with a flat square side there, and that should get us these two front little pieces here. Looks like it's bent a little bit. I'm going to use use the vise. That's what's good about these big vices. They're meant to hit on. Okay, looks pretty good. Now we can use our dolly up here. Alright, that's pretty good. Let's check this side. This side looks okay. I say it looks okay, then I start banging on it. Don't make sense, Road King. Alright, let me get the flat and I'll show you how we get the edges. Very good. Alright, now what we're going to do is, I lost my ball peen. I'll get rid of this. I had that in there pretty good. And then this is just a piece of round stock. Alright, and that's how we get these corners. See, I'm going to do body work on that, even though you don't have to, because, you know, from the factory the thing was dented and beat to death. But, we'll do it. We'll do it. You know why? Because we can. Alright. Alright. Let me use these handles I cut out. Alright. My wall's getting in the way there. There we go. Alright. What do you guys think? Good enough? It's only a Harley, right? Alright, let's go back over to the table there and get ready to weld. Alright, before we start welding, let's see how good we did. Okay. Wow. Not bad at all. Both little feet are about equal. Oh, wow. Even if I did have to do a little tweaking, I would. I'll put these in first, and then you can, you know, twist whatever you have to do. But to me, that's pretty gosh darn close. All right, let me set my weld up. Let's find something for my bench here, so I don't burn it up. All right, before we do anything, we got to cut our pieces, right? Let me get a seat here. This time we'll get up an extension cord. Glasses, many glasses. Alright. First going to mark it out with our big Sharpie here. Our Sharpie Magnum. I think there's a link in the description for that. I use these things a lot. Lay it down here. Fill the whole thing in, right? I have to do this edge. Just this over here. Get a scribe here. Even after we cut these, I'll probably have to do some trimming, but this will get us pretty close. Okay. Is a lot cheaper than Dykem. line it up now to the other piece, so I'm gonna have to make one cut there. Oh no, what happened? What happened right there? Try this again. This top is a little wonky, that's why I did that. Alright, let me go cut these pieces and we'll see when I get back. Alright, we got them cut. And believe it or not, I think it's the first time I ever had with me is it fit perfect. Right in there. Didn't have to trim nothing. Get the welder. Turn it on. There we go. You know, I was wondering why it wasn't welding right. It's a magnet. The magnet throws off electromagnetic fields there and messes up your thing. I was welding too close to that. Better off holding it. Okay, that's pretty good. going to finish welding this up, and then we'll turn these back on. I think my battery's getting low too. Alright, got that all welded up, and it came out good. We didn't warp anything. See the two little feet there? They're liking where they're going. So that's good. Now what we got to do is grind this down flush. Ready? Alright, we got this ground down to where we want it, and came out nice. I'm happy with that. In the back here, I stripped all the paint off, and this back piece is pretty good, so I'm glad. Because that's got a bead on it, and now we've been painting the neck to recreate. But anyway, this looks good, and I am going to put a layer of fiberglass on there, and that way the thing will be perfectly straight. So I don't know how long this video is, but I'm going to check, and then we'll check back with you. Alright, we checked, and this video is getting a little too long, so we're going to cut it off right here. And I'll show you what it looks like in the next video when we start working on the fenders. But I'm just going to put a layer of fiberglass on here, make it flat, and then I don't even know if I'm going to do the sides here. You know, because they almost look factory. But if I do, you know, might do a little body work to it. But we'll show it to you when we're done. Alright, what you guys say? Enough of this? Alright. See you in the next one.